Hello, and welcome to another episode of my walkthrough series. So, in this episode of the walkthrough, I will focus on solving the centerpieces of the middle layer. So, like the four you see over here. So, three of them are already correct, the three red ones, but the yellow one has to be fixed. In this case, I want the white one to become black, and here I want to get a white one. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Uh, so in the last episode, I explained how you can already get a lot of stuff solved quickly, and as you can see, most stuff is already done. Like over here, I have nothing to do. So yeah, this should be a pretty short video, hopefully. Well, for starters, I've got this white one over here, so I can just get that one out of there. And then I put it over here. And then I have a black one that I can put over here. Oh, oops. Oh, that's already two done. Only a couple more to do. So here I'm missing red, but I don't have any red colors. Um, what I'm gonna do first, because I see there's a yellow one here, I'm gonna put a magenta piece over there. So remember that a couple of videos back, I moved all the magenta pieces to this bottom layer. But at this point, I don't really care about it anymore. I'm just gonna, if I'm missing, or if I see colors at the centerpieces, I'm gonna get them down there because then they are more accessible when I need a yellow piece, for example. So yeah, let me just go to the other inner layer. So it's the other inner layer. So here I'm missing a white piece, but I have a blue piece. So let me just grab that real quick. And there's a white piece. And the white piece can go over there. So, okay, that's pretty straightforward how I did that. So, there's not much for the stuff I did, but um, so the thing is, I got this blue piece and I want to get it somewhere where there is a blue face. So I'll have to rotate, and it doesn't really matter as long as I don't pick the top left one. I can pick either one of these and then blue will appear. And if I look at these two, I see at the top one over here, I see there is a red piece over here and I have the blue piece at the bottom. So, of course, I'm not gonna pick the one at the bottom because here I don't see any blue, but I do need the blue one over here. So I'm gonna pick this one because then I can progress. Yeah, so then I can just put blue over here. Alright, so I also have the yellow. That's not gonna be put here, and red cannot be put here. So I'm guessing that if I go here, yeah, of course, here they are missing. So let me grab this black one real quick. And that's the only one I can pick. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I have red and yellow over here. So I already have red and yellow visible to me. So, and I can't put them there, I need to put them there. So let's first focus on getting the black one in the right place, because there's no black at this moment. So if I click the split view button, I will see that there is a black face over here and there is a piece missing. But I also see there is no black here at the bottom. So I want to make sure that it's gonna be there at the bottom. So I'm going back. So this is going back. Let's see what happens if I do this. Will it change anything? No, that doesn't change anything. And if I do this, there we go. Now it's visible. Did you see that? So if I do this, it's not there. If I do this, it's there. I'm not going into detail why that's the case. I'm probably gonna explain it, or have already explained it in another video. But in this video, just see that little rotating the bottom trick as a little trick. Don't worry too much about getting why I did it, why it works, why it suddenly appeared. Oh, hey, this is a nice bonus. I can also put yellow here. Things are getting a little bit too easy maybe for me. So, now for red piece, but there's no red color over here. That's good, because then we can rotate it in a way that we get red colors. So in both cases, so here and here we see red colors. And actually in both cases we can get the magenta one swapped with a red color, as you can see. Actually, let me show you what happens if I rotate this. Because I suspect, yeah, so over here it disappeared, but here it's still possible to fix the spot that's not red. Now in both cases there's no red color at the bottom, so that's not ideal. And in this case you see it up here but not down here. So that's an interesting thing to remember. So I'm just gonna pick one of them. I don't really care which one. So I'm gonna pick this one, and gonna put it in there so that these seem to be all fixed. Let me check the other one. Is it all fixed? Now let me check everything. So let me go into this view. Okay, so here I can see, so if I look at the centerpieces in this orientation, I just have to check that all the centerpieces are correct, and they seem to be all correct. So these four are all yellow, these four are all black, these four are all red, white, blue, and cyan. Okay, this is all looking fine. But there are two inner layers, so I have to go to the other one, and here I have to check again. So black, yellow, red is okay, white, blue, cyan. Oh, okay, that's great. Then I guess I can just go back here. I guess that makes for a very short walkthrough video. We're done here. So I hope you understand what I did, how I managed to get the last couple of pieces in the right place. So the center parts are not very difficult. For once, they are the true center parts. So let me show you something real quick, since the video is kind of short anyway. Here we see centers that are missing two yellow colors, but these are not the true centerpieces, because these pieces have not one but two colors. But in this case, this whole cube is what I call the inner layer, and in the inner layer you can see how many colors each piece actually has. So this piece has green, yellow, cyan. There are no hidden colors. And this piece is just yellow, and this piece over here is yellow and red. So I'm done here. Here I'm completely done. But I've not done anything here. I'm gonna do that in the next video. But I'm not gonna do it in the outermost layer. I'm gonna do it here, and there it will be an edge piece. So it will, because here you can see the two colors, and here I could put, for example, this yellow piece over there, but there's a chance that it shouldn't go there because it has a second color that might not fit the other yellow pieces. But more on that in the next video. So for this video, I hope it wasn't too fast. I hope it was clear. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to do this. There is a very easy way to get a centerpiece out of its place without shuffling anything else around. And then you can just put it back, and then it's just a matter of rotating this bottom piece and clicking the split view button to get it in the right position. So for example, what you saw is that in this case, for example, there's no black or white. So if there were a black or white piece at the bottom and you want to get it at the right place, you just go to one of these other orientations. So you see over here there is white and here there is white. And then it's just a matter of making sure that this is rotated the right way. It can also help to make sure that you're looking at the right inner layer, because you can be looking at this one. Maybe, no wait, actually no. So if you see a black piece over here, so then you're already in the right inner layer. You just have to make sure the black piece is at the right position, because as I shown before, depending on where the black piece is on these four spaces, it can matter if you can see it over here or here. And it can also be important to know if there is actually a piece missing here. So we saw, I'm not sure if I was lucky in that sense, that I immediately saw there were what I like to call a hole in the center. So a color that didn't match. Because every time I looked, I saw something that didn't have the right color, where I could put the thing that I had into the right place. Yeah, so if everything is clear to you, you can stop watching the video now. But I'm gonna just to be safe, that everything is clear for you, I'm gonna take one of these centerpieces and remove it to see if I can make it a little bit harder for myself. So if you get into a more difficult situation, you can solve it as well. If I look at the time, I'm almost at 15 minutes, so it's been a very short video relative to the other ones I've made. Alright, so right now it's very easy to get the yellow piece back in its place, but I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for myself. So I can still see it. So right now there is no yellow visible to me. So if there's no yellow visible to me, then the first thing that should come to mind is to press this button, the split view button, so I can actually select one of these two, not this one on the top left, but the ones on the right, to see that in fact there is a yellow face showing and it's missing a yellow piece. So in this case, it makes no sense for me to pick the one at the bottom because all the yellow pieces are there, but the one at the top does make sense. So I can definitely put get yellow up there. In both of these cases, I do see the yellow piece at the bottom. But as I've shown before, if I rotate it like this can change. So at the top, now the yellow piece is gone. And it's a shame. It's a shame that it's not there, because here I want the yellow piece. And on the other one, I do see the yellow piece, but it's useless because there are already 4 yellow pieces, so it's complete. If I rotate it again, then I guess it will disappear from both of them. And now it will be visible for the top one, which is great because this is here is where I need it. And if I rotate it on one, then it's visible in both of them. But I only need the top one, so that doesn't really matter. But I wanted to be a little bit more difficult, so I'm gonna rotate it like this and see. Yeah, so this is a thing that can happen. So I've rotated the cube a bit, and now you see that it's a bit more challenging, because on this cube you can see the yellow face. You see that all the yellow pieces are there, and you have a yellow piece at the bottom. Okay, having a yellow piece at the bottom is great, but there's no place to put it. But if I look at the bottom right cube, I also see the yellow piece at the bottom, but I don't see any yellow faces. So that's because the yellow face is hidden on the other side. So if you face this problem, what I would suggest is just to rotate the cube a little bit, like about 90 degrees, and click this button again. Now I've made it worse. So now there are no yellow faces visible. And now I'm doing another 90 degrees. I want to I want to be able to see the bottom so I can see the yellow piece. Let's do it again. So now I see the yellow face here, and I see there is a position available for the yellow piece that I have at the bottom. So this is great. So then I would just click this one. And if I rotate it another 90 degrees, I see on both the top and the bottom, I see a yellow face. And in both cases, I see yellow at the bottom. It doesn't really matter that it's over here visible. It only matters at the bottom because here we want a yellow piece over there. Yeah, I think that's like the most difficult thing you can get across, is that you're looking at it like this. Let me just put it like this. So this is the most annoying thing. So you have this yellow piece at the bottom, but you don't see it here or here. And you also don't see the yellow faces. So I hope it's clear now that if you get in a situation like this, all you have to do is rotate this layer a bit. So you will see the yellow piece at the bottom. That's step 1. So now we see it. And the second is to rotate the cube 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 90 degrees the other way. Well, I guess in this case, because I don't see any yellow, it makes sense that I rotate it 180 degrees. Then I see both yellow faces, and one of them always has to have an opening to put my yellow piece in. And if I see one yellow face and it doesn't have anything on it, then I would also suggest doing a 180 degree 180 degree rotation. So that's, I guess this is 180 degrees, because then you will still only see one yellow face. In this case it's the top cube, but you will see the other one that doesn't have all 4 of them visible, all 4 of them yellow. So let me just complete it now because yeah, I hope that makes things clear. I can imagine it doesn't. Um, if it doesn't, just reach out to me by email. I've put it in the description below. Uh, then I will find a way to help you understand it a little bit better. But yeah, I hope it at least helps, this explanation, this walkthrough. Uh, in the next video, I will explain how to do the edges of the inner layers of the middle layers. Okay, so that's a bit confusing. So when I say inner layer, I mean the whole cube, and when I say middle layers, I mean these two layers. And there are also middle layers here, but this is from the outer layer. So this is the outer cube. I should say outer cube. That's probably more uh, easy to understand. So this is the outer cube, and this is an inner cube. This is another inner cube, outer cube. So the middle layers of the inner cube. That's what I'm going to focus on next time. And the middle layers of the inner cube is the same as the center pieces. No, sorry. The edge pieces on the middle layers of the inner cube is the same as the center pieces of the middle layers of the outer cube. As I explained before, because of the number of colors they have. So there are actually two colors here, but you only see one of them. So yeah, that's gonna be for next video. But for now, I hope you're happy with the result that all the center pieces are now correct at the inner cubes, but not on the outer cubes. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.